Alright guys, today we did get our first Wild Gem Super Pack drop of Season 2, including an auctionable Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama, man, which is absolutely crazy. There's literally like none on the auction house, which is even crazier, but he's selling for over 10 million MT, man. So let's get right to the new Snipe filters. The first Snipe filter we're going to go over is the Amethyst cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to Amethyst. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest Amethyst on your console, which are way up in price on PlayStation, man, selling for around 15,000 MT. As you see this one here, it's low-key, it's a Snipe kind of, you can make profit on it, but we're gonna go ahead and scroll on the cheapest one, which means I'm gonna set my max buyout to 14,800 since that card just popped up, and we're scrolling just like this. That Spud Web will get bought soon. And you want to refresh on here. You're looking to grab any Amethyst that pops up, man. I would say to do 8,000 MT and below. It's tempting to do 10k, but in case the prices drop back down, I'm not exactly sure why they are up in price. I'm about to check. I don't know if we got the new, obviously, exchanges for Season 2 today, and I'm not sure. It's supposed to be Amethyst or higher Wild Gems players. I don't know if it's glitched and you can just plug in regular Amethyst players. I just bought a card. I'm going to take a look and see if that's the case, but it's pending right now, obviously. So I would say to grab them for 8k and below. That way if they drop back down to 9,000 MT, you can still just sell them and make 100 or 200 MT. But looking like they've been at 15k for a while now, so up to you how much you want to do. 10k is still profit if you can sell them for 14,000, 14,500. So if you want to do that, that's not the end of the world. Looking for any of the expensive Amethysts to pop up, any Wild Gems, man, any of the good Amethysts that are in the set. You've got a few here that are all around the same price. Deanna Nolan, Brandon Jennings, Quentin Grimes, Spud Webb, Nelissa Smith. Those ones you want to grab for, like I said, 8k and below. And then any of the, you know, a lot of the other ones, I'm not exactly sure. Everybody who is selling for over 20k, but any Amethyst that sells for over 20k, you can go ahead and pick them up on the scroll that you're working. Should be a really good filter. Hopefully we get lots of Wild Gems to pop up on here. I snagged one for 7,000 earlier, so hopefully you guys have some luck like that. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Amethyst Wild Gems cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to Amethyst, put your theme to Wild Gems, and you want to find the cheapest ones on your console. They've been fluctuating from about 35 to 40,000 MT all day on PlayStation, so you definitely want to scroll on this filter as well, because there's obviously tons and tons. It's actually an unfathomable amount of Amethysts that sell for more than 40,000. Reggie Jackson is not one of them, so you want to scroll with the cheapest one Amethyst Wild Gems player up. Looking to grab any, you know, LeBrons, any of the lock-in Amethysts, you know, Sengun, Scotty Barnes, any of those pop up, pick them up as quick as possible on the scroll that you're working, because they sell for more MT. And then I would say my safe spot, I've been using this filter today, I've been grabbing the players that pop up for 30,000 MT and below. So about, I mean, it kind of just depends. Like I said, they've been fluctuating from 35 to 40k, so I've been grabbing them for 30k and below, and then listing them for sale for around 38,000, and they've all been selling. So you can stick with that same idea if you're on PlayStation. Xbox, obviously I'm not certain, I don't have that game this year on Xbox, but looking to grab them for around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one, depending on how much profit you want per snipe and how many snipes you're getting to pop up. But really good option today. I assume there's people out there ripping packs for this Pink Diamond Wemby, man. Filters haven't been as dry as they've been the past few days, so I'm guessing we're getting some packs ripped, so hopefully we can get a lot of snipes on here. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Diamond cheapest filter, which is way up in price as well. For this, you just want to put your color to Diamond, find the cheapest Quentin Richardson, or at least that's who it is on PlayStation, on your console. Right now, selling for about 45,000 typically, or at least not selling, you could say. I don't know. They've been up for around 47,000 earlier when I checked the filter. Right now, we've got these two listed. 45k hasn't sold. This one for 40 will probably sell fairly quickly. So So you want to scroll on the cheapest 1 diamond. Again, man, anytime there's more expensive cards on a filter, you want to scroll because it gives you the best chance to snipe any of the 100k plus cards if they pop up. So scroll with the cheapest 1 Quentin Richardson. Looking to grab Quentin for about, I would say 33k and below. 7k, you can do 35. You want to do like 10k cheaper than the price you think you're going to sell it for. If I sniped a Quentin Richardson right now for 35, I would look to put it up for about 44,000, 43,500, and I would assume that it should sell. So that's kind of my thought on pricing for this. And then earlier I checked, and almost every other diamond that pops up is a snipe on this scroll that you're working. Chimike Holdsclaw was the next cheapest at around 53,000. The cheapest Wild Gems diamonds were at about 60,000. Del Curry 55k. I would say these few cards, man, the real cheap Wild Gems, well, those are okay. Pick those up on the scroll that you're working. But Alana Smith, Del Curry, Quentin Richardson, and the other card that we just mentioned, I think there was Chimike, I would say to grab those all for around the cheapest price point, so around like 35,000 and below. And then if anybody else pops up on the scroll you're working, you can pick them up. Obviously, if a Raja Bell or something pops up, you want to get that as quick as possible. Any of those really expensive cards, but should be a good option today, man. I know a lot of the diamonds aren't in packs besides the Wild Gems. But I still like the fact that the price is up high, so people will pull a diamond and just put it up for the wrong price or the price that they thought it was last week, and you're gonna make profit, man. The next filter that we're gonna go over is the center diamond cheapest filter, or another variant of it, which I actually like better, but we're gonna start with this, man. For this filter, you want to put your position to center, you're going to put your color to diamond, and you can work this as a cheapest filter just like every other filter we dropped. The cheapest diamond right now is set up for 84,000 MT, but you can have your max buyout set all the way to 92,400 on PlayStation. When you go to 450, you get a second card on your scroll, Ronnie, for 92,000. You want to scroll just like this with your max buyout as high as possible and only scrolling on 1 card. Looking for any of the expensive center diamonds, which there's an absolute ton of them. JJJ, you got Tyson Chandler, you've got Mark Eaton. I mean, just the list goes on and on and on and on. DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie Cousins, whatever the heck his name is. DeMarcus Cousins, that's his name. Okay, for some reason that did not sound right to me when I said DeMarcus. But you want to go ahead and pick up any of those expensive cards that sell for over 120,000 MT if they pop up on the scroll that you're working. And then I would say to grab any of these cheapo depots for, I mean, it kind of depends who it is. Like Jeff Rutland, maybe for 60k and below, I would grab them and then resell for profit. But you've got like Ronnie, I would say to grab him for 70,000 and below. Lots of options on here. Kind of know your pricing and what price cards sell for. Daryl Dawkins, you could probably do like 70k and below. You're gonna make profit on these a lot of the time, man. Another great option, it looks like the scroll might have gotten longer, but I do not hate at all just working this as a high-end and a low-end filter by putting your position to center, your color to diamond, and then just putting your min buyout to 500 and scrolling through. Earlier it was down to like a 7 scroll. Now it's looking like it's a 10 scroll. Ugh, that makes it much worse. When I was just on this literally 15 minutes ago, I had it down to a 7 scroll. I still don't hate it. It's gonna get better throughout the day and when people aren't ripping as many packs. There's just so many expensive diamonds that you can pop up, and being able to work it at a 500 min buyout means any of these cards can pop up for real cheap, diamond cheapest pricing, and you're gonna make profit on every single one of them. And then you still have the chance to snag all of the expensive diamond centers that can be popping up. This is what I'm gonna be spending time on. I know the scroll is absolutely ridiculous at this point. I still like it, man. I haven't been missing much snipes this year so far on scrolls of this length, so you know, it's kind of it's an option I wanted to throw out there for you guys because I really like it, and I think snipes can definitely be gotten either way you work this filter. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Ruby Wild Gems cheapest filter. For this, you want to put your color to Ruby, put your theme to Wild Gems, and you want to find the cheapest ones on your console, which right now, I'm risking it. I don't know what he's going for, but I swear he was more expensive, but maybe with the prices being so up anyways, maybe that was an L, but I don't really care. I'm going to risk it. If I have to sell him back for 25k, I'll take the 2000 MT loss and tax. But you want to find the cheapest Ruby Wild Gems on your console, which are way up in price because you need them to get the Pink Diamond Desmond Bane, which is absolutely insane that you don't need the player specific cards, man. So you want to scroll with the cheapest one up, looking to grab these cards for, I mean, 17,000 MT and below, 6 to 7,000 MT cheaper than the price you're going to sell them for. Prices have been fluctuating a lot. We're getting a lot of cards posted, a lot of cards buying. They're just constantly getting posted and rebought, which is what you're looking for on a filter. This is probably my favorite filter of the day. Seems to be active. They're Ruby cards. Rubies are typically 4,000, 5,000 to about 8,000, 9,000, 15,000. Over and over and over again. Let me look at these names, make sure none of these are the lock-ins, obviously. So you want to scroll. Obviously, like I said, they're getting posted a ton, which is a huge benefit when you're sniping. The more cards being posted, the more chance you have to get a card posted incorrectly. So scroll like this, looking to grab Mario Ellie, any of Steve Nash, any of the expensive exchange wild gems. If they pop up, obviously buy them as quick as possible. And then again, any wild gems Ruby for 15, 16, 17,000 MT and below, and resell it for profit. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Point Guard Diamond high-end filter. For this, you just want to put your position of point guard, put your color to diamond, and you're going to raise your minimum buyout up to 100,000 MT, and then scroll through the filter, looking for any diamond point guard that sells for over 120,000 120k MT, if I can even speak. That pops up on here. Buy them as quick as possible and then resell them for a bid. Just a quick high-end filter. You got Kirk Heinrich, lots of diamond point guards that sell for profit, so keep that in mind. Spend some time on here if you like high-end snipes. Hopefully you can bank something crazy, not as bad as a 100k min bid filter. 100k min buyout, you know, I'll take it. Hopefully we get some pop-ups on here. And the next high-end filter that we're gonna go over is a little bit worse as far as the price restraints, but it's got a lot more options on it. It's the center high-end filter. For this, you just want to put your position to center. You're gonna put your minimum bid to 100,000 and your minimum buyout to 500, and then search and look through the filter, looking for any card that sells for over 120,000 MT. Again, we've got some new cards that made this scroll a little bit worse right now, but obviously that AD is going to drop off in an hour, which will be about when this video gets posted anyways. Obviously you can see Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama on this filter, which is huge. I had to go ahead and include it in here. Did that Dwight Howard just say, wow, that card's selling for cheap right now? He's definitely a pickup. Brooke Lopez, yeah, I don't know about him. Marcus Camby should still be a pickup. Miles Turner is. Tons of options on here that you can snipe. You can see any card color tier, pink diamonds, it doesn't matter. So scroll through here. If a card pops up that sells for over 120k, buy it as quick as possible and list it for 100,000 MT bid. You can also have Wilt and other pink diamonds that can pop up on here as well. The next filter that we're going to go over is the max bid 500 100k filter. For this, no color, no theme, no nothing. You just want to put your maximum bid to 500 and then raise your minimum buyout as low as possible, with keeping you on a one scroll, just like this, man. 89,000 right now on PlayStation. I don't know, we can go even lower. You just want to keep messing with your minimum buyout until you find the sweet spot where you just have one card up or no cards, low key. So it looks like 80,050 is the sweet spot right now on PlayStation, because the lower you have your minimum buyout, the more cards that you can possibly see. Looking to grab any card that pops up for that pops up that sells for over 120k. You can see pink diamonds, diamonds, amethyst, rubies. Sangoon pops up on here, buy it as quick as possible, man. Pink diamond Wembenyama pops up on here, buy it as quick as possible. Since we have our minimum buyout down at 80,050, there is a chance where if you could get some cards that pop up for 80k that sell for 100k, you could take that option as well. Just pick them up only if they pop up exactly for 80k and then they sell for 100. You'll make 10,000 MT profit, so keep that in mind. The lower you get your buyout, the more snipes you have available to you. Really good option, man. It's like enabled filter, except for you don't have to buy any of the cards. And the last filter we're gonna go over is the pink diamond filter. For this, you want to put your color to pink diamond, put your minimum buyout to 500, and refresh, man. I officially know for certain, finally, whatever weeks in we are, every pink diamond in the game right now is a snipe, including pink diamond Wembenyama, who sells for over 10 million MT. Man, imagine getting that card to pop up. Woo-wee. People would go crazy, man. You want to go ahead and refresh on here. If anything at all pops up, buy it as quick as possible and then post it for 100,000 bid and see how much profit that you make, man. Obviously, it's going to be a dry filter. These pack odds are really bad. However, we got lots of people ripping these wild gems today, trying to pull that Wemby, so you never know, man. If you're feeling lucky, spend some time on it, and I hope that you do get lucky. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash the like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see this snipe challenge that we dropped last week, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.